Hello guys, how are we all doing today? Okay, it's good to be here once again. How are you, my family members, my G's, my subscribers? Thank you so much for coming again. And if you are new here, please kindly subscribe. Kindly subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Have you hit the subscribe button? Thank you. So what are we discussing today? Weird dating experience that I've had and the lessons I've gotten from them. So what led to these thoughts was I posted I talked about one bro on my WhatsApp status who is currently asking me out, and he talked about how my makeup doesn't really make me more beautiful, that he feels like I'm more beautiful when I'm not on makeup. So I put it up on my status, and to be sure that it wasn't talking religiously, I further asked him, oh, how about earrings? And he was like, oh, earrings are beautiful on my dad, if you don't mind I can get that for you. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, so, and somebody called me to say, oh, just he wants to be in control, like this person is a married man and I know he's looking out for me. He said, oh, he wants to be in control, this and this, he starts early, this. And I was like, I've been talking to this person and I can tell if he wants to be in control or not. Like, it's not like that. So that led to me remembering one weird talking stage experience that I had, about two of them, but this one I'm going to share the two. I'm going to do more on one. I thought about it and I felt like, you know what, come and gist your family member, your YouTube family member. So here we are, let's dive into the gist.
Remind me once again just who I am, because I need to know.
So this guy, I just saw his chats on my phone. Like I saw his greeting on my phone and I was like, oh, okay, who is this? He introduced himself. And I asked, where did you get my number from? He did not answer me. Like, up from the time we started chatting up until when I blocked him, he did not respond to that question. I started feeling like, okay, I mean, if you're a mature person, you should be able to say, this is where I got your number. Like, I don't need to ask you before you tell me where you got my number from. Like, oh, my name, you introduce yourself, you get it. I was still the one out telling him, can you introduce yourself? Where did you get my number from? I started noticing some traits of immaturity there, but I was like, okay, blessing, maybe you are the one thinking in an extravagant manner. Like, maybe you are the one thinking this thing more than it should. So just calm down first. Okay, so I was really patient with him, really patient with him. I remember that the very first thing that he did that was really funny to me was asking me, he's a Christian, he claimed to be a Christian. He asked me to pray in a voice note, pray in tongues in a voice note and send it to him. You are shocked? I'm as shocked as you are. Like, I was like, are you serious? Like, are you for real? He said, yes, I said, oh, why? He said, you just want to hear I pray. I don't get it. I mean, if we start courtship properly, we will pray together and you will hear I pray. So why do you want to know why do you want to hear my tongue? Like, is this something that I should greet you with? Is this something that I don't get it? Like, I don't understand. You asked me if I pray in tongues. I said yes. Then the next thing, I should pray in tongues in a voice note and send it to you. Bro, I don't get it. I don't understand. That was the first thing. But prior to that, he's been doing some things and have been feeling like, oh no, this guy needs to grow up. But I already now settled in my mind, let me say like 50% of, I already settled in my mind for 50% of, there's no chance here. Do you understand? Like, but where I was at that point with him was, let me just teach this guy that you don't go about doing like this, saying this, asking for this and that. Another thing he did was, so he used to ask me to send my pictures. This is a guy that we used to see at least twice a week. He said I should send my pictures, and I was like, you don't need my pictures. What do you need my pictures for? It's not as if you don't see. But then, so that I will not say blessing is too big. I started sending my pictures. So I remember there was one time I sent my pictures to him that day, and the next comment he said was, oh, these are beautiful, but you know you will become fairer. I bet you. So I asked again. He said, you know you will become fairer, and you'll become fat, like you will have flesh. He said, eat well, oh. You know, he has been telling me, oh, eat well, I want you to eat well. Anytime he calls and I say, oh, I'm not eating, he say, oh, why now? Do you want me to get you this? And he has mouth. You know when they say somebody has mouth, no action. Because this is someone that has not even started working. Bear in mind that he's younger than I am, but that's not a factor. Because I have a friend, a male friend that is younger than I am. Is the definition of maturity. So I figured that age shouldn't be a problem. Do you understand? Like, and I've been in a relationship with someone who was younger than I am with a year, and the relationship was okay. So I figured that age should not be a problem. So it was not an age thing. So when he said and you will have flesh and you will do this and you did that, I was livid, like I was angry. I just poured out my heart. Like that was what even broke the camel's back. So I said, I don't get you. These are the things you say to your people, your girlfriends, that make them go bleach. And they will go under the knife, you know. What actually helped me was because I knew what I wanted. I don't want someone that will talk me down. I love my stature, I love my skin color, I love me. You are not even talking. This is someone that is so concerned about the physical appearance, very concerned. In fact, that time I wasn't doing makeup, and this guy would literally tell me, "Oh, get a red lipstick, get this, do this, start doing makeup." He get mouth, but no action. If you want somebody to start doing that, there's a way you even say it. You don't like. It was Obaje. So I was not like, you know, at that point when he said, now use someone as an example. He said, have you seen Nancy the feminine lately? I said no. He said, oh yeah, that I saw her on IG and I couldn't believe my eyes because she's now okay. You know, she's been gymming. You can actually gym. She's been gymming. She now has a backside that is, you know, that fits her figure. Hey bro, talking to me about backside in talking stage. I had to ask myself that, blessing, how did it get to this point? Because the truth is, like I said earlier, I've known, like from the second week we started talking, I knew that no, this guy, he needs to grow up. But I didn't take it seriously. I just started, you know, I started shifting back from him. I'll just tell him, please give me a break. Just give me like 5 days break. Please, can you not just call me? Because at first he said, oh, I want to be your friend. Onibara Ambolebo. Sorry for not speaking Yorubas. Like, when you say that, you know that this is the end result of what this person is trying to do. Do you understand? So I was like, okay, that let me just see, you know. And so when I actually wanted to dish him out, like do away with him, I said, you said you wanted to be my friend in the first place. My friend don't go about saying these things to me, because I have a male friend that I'm very close with. He does not go about saying these things to me. So if you want to remain my friend, stop calling me morning, afternoon and night. Please just be my friend if you want to be my friend. When I saw that he was not listening to that, I stopped picking his calls. After I stopped picking his calls, he would send me messages on WhatsApp. Like, I had to block him on WhatsApp, blocked him on normal calls. He now started sending me messages on Telegram again. But I stopped replying his Telegram messages. And that was how I ended that talking stage. You know, I figured out that kind of a person would make me go under the knife, if need be. And what helped me was I knew what I wanted. I wanted someone, you know, it was like I said, it wasn't as if I didn't know. From the second week, I knew that something was wrong, but I needed more evidence. So that I don't go explain, tire, no evidence. I needed more evidence. Like I needed something to hold on to, you know. So I know if someone has a narcissistic behavior. I know if someone can be controlling. In fact, the last relationship I had, it was the mom that was controlling, and I left. The second one was more like someone with a traditional mindset, these cultural beliefs. What actually happened that made me to start saying was this guy was saying that we are going to have separate rooms. He will have daddy's room, I will have mommy's room. I don't want that. And I didn't break up with him because of that, mainly because I figured out that I was even still, you know, trying to patch it. Even after I knew that the reason he even said that was because, oh, my menstrual flow, you know, when I'm on my monthly period, that doesn't want this, and I'm like, I don't get it. Yeah, and I remember that guy too said it. The first guy too talked about having separate rooms so that I can be scarce. That, you know, I don't need to be in his face every time. I don't get it. You don't mean it. Like, I mean, when I'm single, I will know I'm single. Like, when I'm single, I know I'm single. Now that I'm married, it should be that I'm married. Why should I have a separate room? I don't buy that idea. I'm sorry. And I was trying to even explain to the first guy that I know you don't talk like that to be scarce. That was the reason that guy gave. But this second person said my monthly period. I mean, you should even be scared if I'm not on my monthly period, because that's what makes me a woman. So, but I was still patching it, like, you will later understand, you know, as we start talking and, you know, enlightening him and all. What broke the camel's back was the guy is a photographer and he takes notes. I'm sorry, I cannot. I tried explaining to him, saying it's his job, this and that. Okay, they go. To think that this guy, after breaking up with him, or after stopping talking stage with him, because we were never in a relationship, he was still calling me, still telling me he misses me, that he still loves me, that this and that. I don't get you. I know they do. Leave me alone. He said he will change, he will do this, that maybe I will even be praying with him. Like, he has this cultural belief of women being the prayer warrior, you know. In fact, sometimes when I remember the experiences I've had, it's always talking stage experience, it's always funny. You know, he will be like, and maybe that's because I need to come to his life to start praying for him. I don't get you. Even myself, I need somebody that will be praying for me, that will be the priest over the house, me and the children. What do you mean that I should be? Like, you know, it was really funny. It was really funny. Sometimes when I think about those things, I'll be like, God, I'm sure grateful. So I figured out that what helped me in those periods was because I knew what I wanted. You know, some persons would have gone ahead with it and they'll be like, oh, nobody is perfect. My dear, choose your perfection and choose your imperfection. Choose your perfection and choose your imperfection. What are the dating weird dating experience that you've had? Put it in the comment section. I want to read them. Alright, see you in my next video. Bye guys. Give me everything.